Fans of Married at First Sight UK were quick to criticize Peggy's father for his seemingly delusional behavior in an episode where he prohibited Peggy and her husband, George, from sharing a bed. The couple had tied the knot only a month prior, and viewers were taken aback by this traditional stance. In the latest episode, the couples had a chance to experience their partners' real lives outside of the experiment. Peggy took George to her parents' home, where the bombshell was dropped that they would have to sleep in separate bedrooms due to her parents' traditional beliefs. George, clearly surprised by this revelation, expressed his feelings in a confessional, saying, "I never thought I'd have to sleep in the spare room." Viewers were not pleased with this turn of events. One viewer took to social media, commenting, "I understand fathers don't like their daughters sharing a bed with a boyfriend in his house, but for heaven's sake, they're married." Another viewer quipped, "Peggy's dad definitely has CCTV installed in her room and a shotgun beside his bed to make sure there is no hanky-panky going on." Some viewers blamed Peggy's parents for her inability to find a man, with one person remarking, "Peggy's parents are the reason she can't find a man." Another questioned why Peggy, at the age of 33, was still living at her parents' house and described her room as childlike and creepy. The situation worsened when Peggy's in-laws started grilling George about his career as a streamer. Fans found their line of questioning rude and vile. One person wrote, "George is absolutely not good enough for Peggy or her parents if this is anything to go by. Get out now." Another commented on the controlling behavior of Peggy's parents, saying, "MAFS is such a wild show. I actually can't believe Peggy's parents are so delusional. Controlling, classless Berks who've mollycoddled an actual grown-up to that degree. It's vile. She's got Stockholm Syndrome. George should run for the hills." Someone else defended George, saying, "Peggy's parents are saying George is lazy when they don't even know him." Viewers also expressed their bewilderment at Peggy's family home, criticizing the decor and its unusual blend of traditional antique style with sparkles and a half-naked mannequin. One fan took to Twitter, asking one question. "WFH is Peggy's house all about?" Another commented on the strange mannequin in Peggy's room, saying, "What is that weird-ass scantily clad mannequin in Peggy's room?" Some viewers made humorous comparisons, such as, "Does Peggy live in a Tudor house?" No, seriously, half expected to see the ghost of Elizabeth I shaking her head in disapproval. Another remarked, "Peggy's ma'am and dad defo vote against children having free school meals. The state of that house looks like Downton Abbey." One person questioned whether Peggy's family had Wi-Fi in their home, saying, "I'm not being funny, but Peggy and her family are so old school I doubt they have Wi-Fi in their house." Others poked fun at a wall hanging in Peggy's room that read "Love," speculating if it was present in every room. One viewer expressed sympathy for George, saying, "Peggy's mom and dad also wanting to control George. All about precious Peggy. She's not a princess despite living in the castle. Run fast, George, if you can find your way out of that house." The episode certainly stirred up strong reactions from Married at First Sight UK fans, who couldn't help but share their thoughts on Peggy's family dynamics and her unique living situation. Today's next news, shocking news revealed. Married at First Sight UK 2023 has introduced us to Peggy Rose, a contestant with an interesting background. Here's everything you need to know about her, from her age and occupation to her family and her on-screen husband, George. Peggy Rose Lawrence and George Berthano were brought together by the matchmaking experts on Married at First Sight, but their journey has been far from smooth sailing. Peggy made it clear that she had reservations about George's unconventional income source as a content creator, especially after seeing his controversial squatting streaming video, which led to a heated argument and her storming out. The situation didn't improve when George had the chance to meet Peggy's parents, Pat and Jimmy, during the series' homestay episode. Not only did her parents impose strict rules, including not allowing the couple to share a bed, but Peggy's father, Jimmy, also criticized George for not being a hard worker. Pat privately conveyed to Peggy that George lacked ambition, adding another layer of tension to their relationship. Before the awkward encounter with her parents, Peggy had stayed at George's place, where the couple seemed to share a deep connection. This gives hope that there may be a chance for their roller coaster relationship to turn around. As we follow their love story on the show, let's delve into what we know about Peggy. How old is Peggy from MAFS UK, and where is she located? Peggy Rose Lawrence hails from Kent, UK. She is matched with her husband, Georges Berthano, who is originally from France and currently resides in Surrey. Peggy lives in Kent with her parents, Pat and Jimmy, and proudly identifies as half Irish and half English. What is Peggy's occupation on MAFS UK? Peggy Rose's professional title is Technology Risk Partner, which implies that she works as a consultant in an IT-related field. However, her on-screen persona is more multifaceted, as she maintains an Instagram and TikTok presence dedicated to sharing her passion for fashion. On her social media platforms, she describes Off the Peg as the place where my passion for fashion takes center stage. Who are Peggy's parents, and what do they do for a living? Viewers got a glimpse of Peggy's parents during the homestay episode of Married at First Sight. Her parents, named Pat and Jimmy, did not disclose their occupations on the show. They did, however, catch viewers' attention with their strict household rules. Peggy still resides with her parents in Kent, and she shared with her partner George that she had never had a man stay in her room. Surprisingly, even after tying the knot on MAFS, George was not exempt from this rule and had to sleep in a separate room. George identifies himself as an online coach and content creator. Unfortunately, this did not sit well with Peggy's parents, as both Pat and Jimmy expressed their reservations about George's career choices. Pat believed George lacked ambition, while Jimmy accused him of not being a hard worker. What is Peggy from MAFS UK's Instagram? To stay connected with her journey on Married at First Sight UK 2023, Peggy Rose shares behind-the-scenes commentary and updates on her Instagram, which you can find under the handle PeggyRosieOfficial. Peggy's story on Married at First Sight UK continues to captivate viewers, and her dynamic with George, along with the complexities of her family background, adds to the intrigue of the show. Thanks for watching these videos. Hit subscribe and like for more explosive updates.